A little update on 10.0.7 and what's coming by our favorite little man, our little Irish man, Bellular. Yes. So let's check out what he has to say about 10.0.7. I've actually forgotten a lot of the features that are coming in this thing. So let's see what he has to say, and then it's time to kill Razageth. Get your asses ready, because the moment of truth is approaching. But before that, let's watch some Bell.
It's almost already time for a new patch, and if you look at the roadmap, it might not be too exciting. It just says The Forbidden Reach and some other little bits. But in our exploration of it, no. We have found an actual ton of content and some insanely cool new stuff. So let's go and learn everything we need to about 10.0.7 after a word from our sponsor. Squarespace.com/Bellular Gaming, the place to rapidly establish yourself on the web. They've actually ran two of our sites, most recently the one for our game studio. Now, they're easy to use site builder and award-winning templates.
Lunata,
make the
what
whole
is
process super easy to do. And with great other features like e-commerce, memberships, and mailing lists, you just have it all sorted. Now, my sites were all built with their handy pre-made blocks, which just made it a super approachable way to quickly build a web
made a website, I'd use
no
Squarespace.
matter what your skill level is going in.
Code, why not?
Now, of course, they do have the fancy stuff too, like your code injection and your custom CSS. So let me do a few neat things for our game's website. And on the e-commerce front, they can even plug into like your fulfillment center, which makes everything automatic. So that's kind of awesome. Of course, for many though, just a great portfolio is all that you need, a personal site. And that's where Squarespace's fantastic content-forward templates will help you put your best foot forward, coming off like a total pro and giving whoever you want to impress a great first impression. So you can start building your site for free today with my link down below.
Bellular Gaming.
Code Bellular Gaming will get you 10% off an annual plan when you're ready to send it live.
Start samsandymatch.com where
Bellular Gaming. And here is a rundown of our features.
That's my next step.
It's actually quite a lot, isn't it? The Forbidden Reach is absolutely packed with the kind of stuff we'd only expect in a major patch, like new story and new reputations. Yeah, that too. The Scara Vaults are an entirely new set of solo mini-dungeons that are focused on lore and puzzles. There's a new customizable and upgradable bit of gear. Basically, you get a free, really good ring that becomes Biss. So it'll be great for any stragglers in Season 1, but Blizzard say it shouldn't impact Season 2 much. There's new content for each of the...
See, I don't know how I feel about this. It feels like borrowed power. I thought we weren't going to do this anymore. But here we are again. Also, I have the 2 fire rings right now, so I guess I'm going to have to get rid of one of them. Because you got to equip this. It's automatic best in slot.
In Season 1, but Blizzard say it shouldn't impact Season 2 much. There's new content for each of the major factions, a way to support them all daily, new stuff for professions to craft, human and orc heritage armor questlines being in with color variations, new hair colors for these 2 races, long-lost vanilla transmogs are back via ensembles and professions. Also, there's a story for Bane Bloodhoof at last.
Yeah, I heard about this.
Six new dog mounts. Oh, and...
Bane has not had enough lore. We know he came in strong for Shadowlands and then just sat on his ass in Oribos for the rest of the expansion.
The rework of the
it'll be interesting to see what they have to do.
That is getting some people super hyped because why not? So let's dig through and see if any of it's actually good. First, the most
what the fuck? What happened to his blazer? This man did a wardrobe change.
Interesting new thing: those puzzle mini dungeons.
I just noticed his clothes changed.
When you think of dungeons in a more old school way, what image forms in your head? I mean, it's probably a big dragon in a cave, probably lying on a big hoard of gold. And that's what dragons do. They hoard stuff. And Deathwing is really the Earth Hoarder. No different. The Dragonscale Expedition uncover these untouched vaults full of knickknacks from all over Azeroth, his failed experiments, and, let's be honest, big lore items. So there are these Scara Vaults 1 through 4, or in this case, Az through Kix. Each of them, anyway, is full of chambers, and you need keys to open these chambers. Keys are acquired from rares, treasures, and seemingly some weekly quests. You, of course, get a handful for free, so you can start right away. Now, before you're worrying about infinitely repeating Torghast content,
this isn't power.
Once you get
Power,
it, you
player
find
power
a host
progression
of actually pretty innovative
related.
for the game puzzles like a Legend of Zelda favorite, filling up a bottle with fire in one room and then taking it to another room to melt some magic ice down. And that's the thing. This isn't procedural. This is not random. This is all handcrafted. They are instanced, but your progress is stored. So every chamber you open in each of the vaults stays open. So the idea is you explore the Forbidden Reach, doing all that there is to do.
Okay.
As you do that, you collect a stack of rewards, but also keys. You use those keys to go into the vaults to do some treasure hunting. The closest comparison that we have in other WoW terms, and specifically for like theme and vibe, is the Trove of the Thunder King. Just
Trove of the Thunder King? I didn't do it. Damn.
Time sort of race thing. So to that I say hell.
Right, this seems very chill, actually. There's no time. It's not timed. It's really, I believe that there is no player power progression related to this.
Well, yeah, that's great.
Seems like something just fun to do.
There are also a stack of side quests, including a great follow-up to a beloved Waking Shores quest. So that's all nice. And of course, let's not forget rewards. You get to find lore items and treasures. The lore items are super interesting, and the treasures do come in a fairly wide variety. You'll get tons of elemental overflow, more vault keys, bind on account catch-up gear tokens, scrolls that lead you on hunts for renown, and that's only what's on the PTR thus far. There's also then primordial stones, which means yes, it is time to talk about the shiny new ring.
Okay, so maybe it is a little bit.
The Onyx Annulet is a special ring, and yes, it turns out an amulet is actually a ring. It's not a weird typo. Anyway, this is one of Neltharion's experiments, and it starts off at eye level 405. You find it in the ground the first time you go into a vault. Yes, you get a free eye level 405. The special thing about it, though, is that it's kind of like the Mechagon punch card trinket, but taken to the next level. It's missing secondary stats, but it has 3 slots, each of which takes a primordial stone to basically equip with an effect. And those are stones that you find in the vaults. And the level of each of these...
So you got to get the stones from the vaults. So you do got to do the vaults then to get the... You got to do that to actually make the ring worth anything.
Adds power to the ring up to an eye level of 424. And that means that this should even be a decent starter item for Season 2, but one that will be replaced rather quickly once you're getting into Heroic or decent Mythic Plus gear. Now, as for the stones, you can find them in specific chambers, usually related to the type of puzzle that you're solving, and they have a whole host of effects. I'll give you a quick selection, right? Heals on you will cast healing to nearby allies. Magic damage can throw...
Wait a minute, holy shit. Healing yourself will heal allies? As a Blood Death Knight? Am I about to out-heal the entirety of the raid? Oh my god.
Arcane missiles if you've used different types of magic in the last 20 seconds. Standing still
use that ring until hero the next raid? Yeah, I guess so.
Interrupting does extra fire damage, and any
unless they add more to it.
Stone damage is increased by 60% and treated as chaos damage. It's nothing insane, but you can see how it would be cool to build this out and play around with it at the end of the season. There do appear to be some pretty crazy synergies. Now, once you get the ring, you also get a quest to find a Juggler's Kit, and this lets you freely remove stones from the ring so that you can swap them around, which is absolutely key. No destroying. And then it gets kind of better. You can upgrade these from...
No destroying? Does that remind you of something? You get a thing so you can remove things? You guys ever heard of domination shards? Yeah, some PTSD for
411 to 424. Though we're not exactly sure in the process, Blizzard do say it will involve a Jewel Crafter and Dormant Fragments. Now, Dormant Fragments, that's an item that you get from breaking down stones that you do not want. Now, these can then be traded to roll random stones of your chosen type from a vendor.
Yeah, so that eliminates some of the RNG.
Breaking a stone gives you 6, and then rolling one gives you 10. It's, I suppose, a bit like the Veiled Argonite or Benthic Pearls or something like that from Legion BFA. But
so this way everyone's going to get their optimal loadout.
It's a very key thing to learn midway through Season 1, so it's not impactful in the progression. It's the most important, and it does have a recycling mechanic. I suppose they're thinking just a little bit of that kind of economy doesn't hurt. Now, of course, Blizzard can mess the whole thing up.
Sure.
If this ring is BIS for Season 2, they've screwed it, and that would be super daft. But they are aware that this is a potential problem, and they should be able to avoid it. This is only one small
I don't
part
want
of what
this
we'll be
thing
doing
to
in
carry
the
on
reach, though.
too
So,
long.
let's move on. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, you could probably predict some of what I'm going to say here, but there's actually a lot of good, so don't glaze over. We have got rares, treasures, a new Trial of Storms, a new Primal Storm, a new rep for the Alliance, new rep for the Horde, a wave of repeatable daily quests in a hub. It is a patch zone like other patch zones, though, because it's all linked to the vaults, that does make it all feel a good bit more interesting, because everything you're going to be doing here will be getting you keys for the vault. Everything also gives you fat stacks of Elemental Overflow, which is the Primal Storm's gear currency, and now you can actually buy more stuff with it, like pets, dragon customizations.
Yeah, I'll be buying dragon customizations. That'll be cool. I just know that I'm going to outgear this before I actually buy anything from it, most likely, so it's not going to matter too much. As for people who play alts, that's cool, but it's not something I'm going to really do.
Scrolls for the island. Now, you're not alone in the island either. The Irontide Pirates and Farscale Naga have invaded, searching for watery treasure, so you'll have daily quests to do to drive them off. And also, just the general theming of the rares is particularly strong. Okay, speaking of daily quests, Blizzard have done something actually cool enough with these. In the hub, there's an Envoy Charter, right? You get to pick which of the 4 Dragonflight main factions that you focus on for the day. This will give you extra tasks on the Reach and a fat 10% reputation gain with that faction for the
so you can
entire
focus
day.
one reputation.
There's also then scrolls that lead you to treasures that you can then turn in for rep, which is a cool little gameplay loop. And that is about it for the Reach. Of course, outside of the main story campaign, which we'll need to dig into once it's completely up in the PTR and cover it fully.
I'm excited to see this. So far, the story in Dragonflight's been really good, so I am excited to see where the story goes next.
First chapter is called Hidden Legacies. It's dealing with the Drakthir's past, and the data mined internal title for the campaign says Narrative Arc Forbidden Reach Underground Foreshadowing. Yeah, exciting, but for now, we've got to move on. Let's talk about catch-up. Right, BOA catch-up gear is in. Primalist gear tokens are here, and you can redeem these for either the 385 Primal Storms gear or the Storm's Fury accessories. And they can now be upgraded all the way to 395.
Damn.
This is not implemented yet, but they upgrade with
That's pretty good. I mean, again, you can gear out an alt really quickly, or just gear out your main if your main is behind.
Now, here are the new upgraded visuals for them too. You'll see
that, we talked about these.
It's a green. Doesn't really match the elemental vibe, but hey, if you want a deep green, you've got a deep, vibrant-looking green. Moving on.
I have not been doing
on professions, there's not a tremendous amount here, which does imply that the main issues will be a 10.1 thing. Because yes, Blizzard certainly have profession problems to solve. But for now, we've got a new scrolls called Designs, one for every major crafting profession and one for cooking. These will teach you how to make a specific artisan's curio, and we have absolutely no idea what those are for, but they are a new type of item, and they are colored to be purple, like epics, so they're probably quite important. We'll, of course, update you as soon as we find out what's
Sugar
going on.
Dust? How's it going?
But next, Bane Bloodhoof. All we really know about this is
y'all get any closer? We did get closer, but we didn't get the kill yet.
With the Nokhud Centaur and must enact some good old justice. There are some wounded, bloodied braves, NPCs.
Oh, look at that!
And importantly, a returning character from Warcraft 3 called Bovan Wind Totem. And if you're as old as I guess I am, and most of our team is, then you might remember this character from War 3. He was the Tauren Spirit Walker who helped Rexxar free a young Bane Bloodhoof from the Centaur during the founding of Durotar campaign. If you're not as old as I am, then you won't know that, and you won't have seen some of this, but the Centaur and the Tauren have got a really dark history. The only reason the Kalimdor Tauren...
By the way, Sugar Dust, I'm probably announcing merch this week. Just letting you know. Shh.
Tauren are actually still alive is because Thrall's Orcish Horde saved them from extinction at the hands of the Centaur when they landed on Kalimdor in Warcraft 3. Now, of course, these centaur we deal with here are different centaur, but with the not good, it does seem that the bad vibes remain. Potentially related then, there's been a large Tauren totem data mined, and yes, it's a weapon model. So
yeah,
there you go.
Look at that.
Blizzard, it only took you 17 years.
This,
totem data
right
mined.
here, Entgrove has been wanting this for years. For years. He's always said, I want to hit things with a totem. Well, his prayers have been answered.
And
Look
yes,
at that.
It's a weapon model. So
there you go.
Blizzard, it only
Finally.
took you 17 years. But to be serious for a moment, bringing an old Tauren Spirit Walker back from Warcraft 3 for a quest line now involving Bane and the Centaur is almost everything that you could ask for.
I look forward to seeing that,
at long last, one of the best WoW races is actually getting a little bit of love. So thank you. And seriously, this
love for
is
the Tauren.
Blizzard saying sorry.
Mag and Entgrove. There you
a
go.
lot of that stuff, and given Bane in Shadowlands. So, obviously, better late than never. So I guess, yeah, apology accepted, because they've also been doing good stuff generally outside of this. But speaking of racial quests, let's talk about the next thing.
Human and Orc heritage armor.
Look at this! Finally, some more interesting hair colors, and to boot, that heritage armor also has got color variations. But do note, these data mine previews via Wowhead do great work.
This is different than any other heritage armor we've gotten before. Yeah, but they're going to be able to pick what color they want.
They do have some 3D elements broken or missing, so they will actually look like the Blizzard preview image in-game, but with those colors. Now, these quests should be available for the respective races at patch launch, but we don't know anything beyond that. There are a few data mine quests about the Orc quest line, including a new banner for each.
That's right, we saw these banners.
And some NPCs.
Look at that Frostwolf one, it's actually really badass.
But there is one detail that honestly we just don't want to spoil for you in this video, because I think it'll be a lot stronger to actually, you know, experience it in the game itself. That is the case with most quests, right? As long as they're not broken, that's it. You don't really need to know anything else.
True.
Do you know what is broken? Not being able
What's
to
up,
get
Fire?
remove vanilla transmogs. But it's not going to be broken for long.
Vanilla ensembles.
It's
Every
about damn time.
transmogger's
Vanilla
dream.
transmog, ensemble, profession, recipes, and achievements have been data mined, and they relate to both Zul'Gurub and Naxxramas, which is pretty sweet. Not all the details are clear, but data mining points towards earning a selection of new currencies that will likely be used to purchase both the profession recipes and transmog ensembles.
Nice.
This might not make it for 10.0.7, but the data...
Man, there's a lot of kinky shit going on here. Whoa.
Is there
bottomless
in the PTR,
characters.
who the hell knows? And it doesn't, I mean, it doesn't look like a mass amount of content.
My God, look at the what the hell is going on here? I mean, sun's out, tits out. What is?
Now,
jeez.
who knows? Maybe this is a part of a future holiday update. Maybe some callback to vanilla. Maybe they're doing this to set up the 19th anniversary of World of Warcraft. Now, the achievements point towards actual
for you,
content
but all good.
within
Yeah, I'm
Zul'Gurub
good.
And,
trying to kill Razagat today.
And the Nax stuff is the Argent Dawn assault on Nax, not the Crusade. So, yeah, we might actually see a return. Awesome. As for some more details, one of the currencies is called the Hikari Bijou, of which there are 9 different colors to collect. There are then a ton of ensembles, ensuring that you can get the gear that, well, you might actually want to go and get. There are some weapons, a few ones that look really awesome, and some miscellaneous items that will be made by crafters. I kind of assume you buy the ensembles and the recipes with that currency, but it also looks like there's recipe mats that are all like actual vanilla and Zul'Gurub related materials, which honestly is cool because it makes those things relevant again. When you think about World of Warcraft,
yay,
it's kind of nice when that means more than just current X-Pack. What else then?
But what about?
As you might have noticed, we haven't really talked about core game updates, like class changes or the really crazy lore finds.
I think Paladins are getting some changes, that's for sure.
Because there's actually a lot of it. Keep an eye out for plenty of videos coming up soon on the channel, of course. Some of these, like the Paladin revamp, really do deserve like a proper go of it.
Yeah, Paladins are getting a lot of changes.
This is actually shaping up to be a pretty spicy patch, and it's only a...
We're going to get more dragon riding stuff, too. Yeah, did you guys know that? We're getting more, like, collectible dragon riding of whatever the hell they were, coins or whatever, and getting more skills.
0.7
Gonna get like an air brake
10.1
move.
ends up being a full underground patch zone like we would usually expect, we're going to be just from content drought to a veritable content flood. And that feels...
That's good.
damn good.
That's good. That's what I
Oh,
want.
man. It actually feels like the veil is lifting and the dark times are finally beginning
We want
to be
Blizzard
over
to
because,
deep throat us with
oh, man,
content.
the last 4 years absolutely
That's the real
did
goal.
suck, right? It was just so full of stuff that was shitty. And now here we are. The game's got loads of content. Like, what the hell? That's brilliant. So,
Yeah.
I hope you're as pumped for all this stuff as I am. I'm just really... I want to say impressed. This is what we should be getting, but hey, that we're getting, it's brilliant because at the end of the day, we're here because we like WoW. Now, if you would like to check out
We're
some
used and abused after Shadowlands, so all of this just feels good.
absolutely awesome lore, check that out. If you would like to support us, then of course there is all of those links down below. And,
that's good stuff.
Boy, howdy, we're releasing a game in like a week.
Damn, I'm nervous for him.
I'm not scared.
Bellular
about the
releasing a game,
That's
man.
brilliant. But oh
Like
boy,
he got,
pretty crazy time.
he's got a
Have a
successful
great day.
YouTube
Thanks
channel,
for watching. See you next time.
and he's launched a game dev company. That's gotta be. He's got to be nervous as hell, man. I really hope it works out for him, though. Let's get this green. Yes, yes, indeed. Let's do this, guys. It's time. It's time. I'm nervous, but I'm ready. I was born for this.